Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever it is in your local time frame of the world. Welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV from the beginning. We ended off last time. We're about to do the Wrath of the Titan main story quest, which I believe should unlock the Titan fight. And then we can finally do the Austerities of Earth job quest too. Because Summoner's the only job whose job quests are locked behind fights that you unlock through the main story quest. Let's go ahead and get into it. Just standing here next to Minfilia, ready to take on the next quest. So let's get a little bit more background music here. Okay. Between episodes, didn't do a whole lot as far as combat goes. Have worked a little bit on the crafting and gathering. So we've got Carpenter up to 18, Leatherworker up to 12, and Botanist up to 22. Just completed a batch of job quests for each of those. So I'm using those for slight money-making jobs there. But here we go with Minfilia. If there comes to a point when I need to grind to level, I will do that between episodes, but still live on stream. I do record these episodes live at twitch.tv/elicnor. So come on out and give me some fashion tips. Just run around Eorzea with me. See what kind of shenanigans we can get up to. So, see what Minfilia has to say. Get the whole gang in here.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
Okay.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan.
Titan, he rocks.
Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvip hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
So Leviathan and Titan, that's rock and water. That's a lot of heavy-duty forces coming out of shore.
Thankfully,
City at
their
once.
second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
And I'm sure constantly having your entire race watched over by that doesn't help the fact that they will have upset feelings that cause them to summon the Primal again.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst.
God, he's totally your
The
eyes.
Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
So I can't rely on the Echo. I just gotta beat their butts myself. Okay.
So you will accept?
Well, yeah, because declining would kind of
Thank
stop the story of the game.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola, can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies. Tell them of our plight and solicit their support.
Okay.
Oriange, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be.
you want the him to gather a little bit of information.
You'll
Okay.
be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the sailor's ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Just realized I've got a pistol and a book on my hip with this outfit. See, that's the butt of a pistol on my left hip, right next to the book. That is my actual weapon. It's kind of a cool looking outfit, though. Let's see, where are we going here? Off to Limsa Lominsa itself. Alrighty, we are doing official business, so use the ticket. Off to the sea. Alrighty. Aft Castle in Limsa Lominsa. Storm Commander Rashat Riki. Hail, adventurer, and welcome to Maelstrom Command. If you wish to know more about enlisting, speak with the personnel officer. Unless you are the guest we were told to expect? Ahem. Forgive me, madam. To business, then. It is as we told the antecedent. The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ogomoro. Easy for me to say. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals, fodder for their fell primal. Thanks to you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Word has spread of your accomplishments, Caden. On behalf of Limsa Lominsa, I thank you for heeding our call. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Caden personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagan and the kobolds plagued our people, nor is this the first time we have had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was to the company of heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So it is that we turn now to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you are right, yet the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the Thalocracy make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands, and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Liminsans who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady Y'shtola. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it. Yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath, or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa Lominsa's citizenry are, of course, of paramount concern. Already, we have observed disruptions in the flow of aether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. Can I count on your help, Caden? You got it, dude. You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. So, salute. That the Kobolds should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe, and I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The company heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Greyfleet Mills in Lower Laodicea. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me? I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Okay. So this is actually, Cedarwood, Lower Laodicea, Middle Laodicea. Yeah, the dry dock's all the way down there is the nearest teleport. But I'm gonna try something here. The Mist is the residential district here for Limsa Lominsa. So I might see if I can't teleport into the Mist and then walk out into that area. Yeah, Aetherite Plaza. Alrighty. I think from here... Lower Laodicea. Oh, yep, I can just turn around and walk right out. And be where I want to be. It's kind of a cheaty way to get there, but you know what? I got there. Oh, the Fall Guys mount. Ah, a ninja out here taking out some wharf rats. Alrighty. I believe that's another summoner there. Oh, Black Mage. Very similar. Okay, I cannot sing. I will do something that sounds song-like, but I can guarantee you it's not singing. Lay down your burden, son. Come drain a pint with me. Have a grand old time. Find ye a lass or three. You gotta say something, adventurer, or just keep staring. You just know about the company of heroes? Ah, hell's price of bleeding fame. Can't a miller mill in peace no more? Still seeing as you've come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige ye. Consider yourself lucky, lass. Old Tractome was the company's best axeman. Now what is it you wanted to know? Tractome. Ooh, some nice blue dye. Da-boo-dee, da blue dye. Yeah! So you want to hear the tale of how the company of heroes bested a primal, do ye? Let me guess. You mean that bastard Titus, eh? No, not Titus. No, Titus was from 9, and not what we're going for here. If only you'd been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle, like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights, we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took, and when he hit ye, girl, felt like a cannonball to the gut. Oh, just like that. So I won't let him hit me. Alright, what's that look for? I'm a goddamned hero, I'll have you know. People around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we used to beat old Titus. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest by the windmill just south of here? Do that, then we'll talk. Alrighty. You want me to kill some rats? I will kill some rats. Imagine that's what the so the ninja I just saw out here killing rats was probably doing. Let's see if we've got Carby with us. Started the rat's nest. Wharf rats. Yeah, let me pull out something hot and bothered for you. Okay. Oh nope. Got the Rat King. Let's see, this is what Titan's gonna become once we get him. Alrighty. All done. Yep, Ruby Carbuncle becomes Ifrit, Topaz Carbuncle becomes Titan, and Emerald Carbuncle becomes Garuda. And then you get into the Bahamut and Phoenix summons. Those are the fun ones. So the best BCs are dead, are they? Nice work, Venture. Saving the hassle of, never mind. Killing them yourself? Let's see, Silver Circlet Garnet. Is an improvement. Not much, not major, but it is an improvement. Vitality going up. That's it. Vitality going up, and defense and magic defense going up. What? You still asking about how we beat Titus? I don't know, Venturer. It was a pretty risky strategy. The kind only a veteran of 10-score battles could rely upon. I want to teach ye, I truly do. But unless ye prove ye have what it takes to face that fat bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. At the very least, you'd need to be capable of slaying, say, a Gabu. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour milled here, so ye ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut one down quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Any road, why don't you try heading due west and stand and look out in case a Gabu comes calling. Slay it, and I might consider telling you more about old Titus. First of all, his name's Titan, not Titus. Titus is the main character in Final Fantasy IX, who has kind of a questionable past and even more questionable future. No, I'm sorry, not 9, 10. Titus is Final Fantasy X, not 9. And I know there's going to be people correcting me in the comments. Alrighty. Yeah, 8 stands out. 9 and 10 get a little bit mixed up in my head for some reason. You again? Then that Gabu that was harassing the Millers is dead? Didn't think you had it in you, Venturer. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job. It's like 5 minutes. Still not sure if I should tell you our secrets. Dread Primal Titus. So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you've got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if he slew a Traktum! You in here drinking again. If you are, that Gabu had better be dead. It's dead, Chief. You have me word on that. Cleave the beast's skull in two with me trusty axe, I did. Is that a fact? What will your friend here say if I ask her? She'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me true. Was it Traktum who slew that Gabu, or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Traktum, finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes. Legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Titus. Titus? Titus? Who in the seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in a drink-sodden dream? The company of heroes that slew Titan, you bloody halfwit. Yeah, well, see, Titus was what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest load of Sahagan shite I've ever heard. Both of you, outside. We'll learn the truth the Leminson way. Traktum, if you didn't slay the Gabu, you may consider your contract revoked. It's not my fault you've been lying to everybody. Okay, solo duty. I said duty. We're getting closer and closer to where he's supposed to be. Alrighty. First one to smash their boulder will be judged the Gabu Slayer. Try to kill me. I'm not going to try to kill you if that's cheating, okay? I don't like that he's looking at me. He paralyzed me. That keeps interrupting my casting. Nope. Bad enough. Tried to blow it up with a bomb. That was cheating. Now you're attacking me directly. Throwing paralysis on me. You're done. No cheating allowed. All right, I admit it. I lied about being in the company of heroes. But I'm begging you, Chief. Please don't dismiss me. I've learned my lesson. Honest, I have. Save your blubbering, Traktum. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please. I didn't want you to deceive ye, I swear. So I just kept getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work, and I panicked. See, the last job I had was at Costa del Sol. There was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was a captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them, but he went and believed me, so I Look, his name was Whiskete, alright? Whiskete. He'll tell you how to defeat Titus or whatever the hell that thing's name is. That's what he wanted, ain't it? So come on then. Tell the chief to forgive me. It's only fair. I'll suggest he forgive you, but whether or not he does is entirely up to him. So off to Costa del Sol. Which I could have swore I had the, oh, there it is. I knew I had the teleport point for that in there somewhere. Alright, ooh, that is very much a Costa del Sol outfit right there. Yeah, that's an outfit for hanging out and chilling out at the beach. So let me see here. Whiskeet is literally right behind. Right over here.
Pardon, you wish to slay the Lord of Crags?
We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa Lominsa are depending on us.
You fancy yourselves heroes, then? Just like in the tales?
Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my associate here has bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. She is blessed with a power that protects her from primal influence. Thus was she able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the risks, and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way.
A woman who can't be tempered? Useful, but it will not be enough. It is true the company of heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. Aye, we defeated him, in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed.
Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan.
You are passionate, I'll grant you that. And you deserved better than the greeting I gave you, but I will not send you into Ogomoro on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gagaruju's estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our...
Ye gods, man, have you heard nothing I have said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates.
Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, then you are welcome to find your own way into Ogomoro.
Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see the remaining preparations.
Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well.
Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Limsa Lominsa hangs in the balance. Alrighty. So what are you going to have me doing?
Master Gagaruju's requests can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify this won't be a waste of my time. A Nyx has recently been seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large, slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have had no difficulty luring it out with herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill.
Alrighty. We gotta come over here. That tingled a bit. But fully recovered. Fattened herring right there. And I probably have to come back over here and hide in the bushes. Wait for the Nyx to come out. Inflated Nyx. Yep, that's a big frog. That's a really big frog. Did not be thinking that the leg he asked me to bring back would be big enough for me to just sling over my shoulder. Oh, that's right. My mounts can't go in the water yet. Really is favoring the Fall Guy mount in the roulette today.
Well, did you deal with the Nyx? Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not.
Gee, I wonder who that might have been.
Anyway, now that the pointless busywork is finished, I shall give you a challenge as befits your talents.
Okay, music's done.
2 highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Gagaruju wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Gagaruju desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast, and so, Caden, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with a suitable wine, and by suitable I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live. They will guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, I would have you travel to the South Shroud and speak with Landinel at Camp Tranquil. What? Do you mean to tell me you cannot afford to waste time as your associate did? Adventurer, if you have not the endurance to complete the mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do.
Okay, so said South Shroud, Camp Tranquil. Alrighty, here we go. Do you require assistance, adventurer? So, this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting you, Caden. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantoise. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will I help you get it? Ha! You amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. I've got some materia. Actually, I have to think about which materia to pick. Let me be clear. This business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them, was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gridanians are, by and large, an unforgiving lot. Detto here being a rare exception. I've had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen, with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I so dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heavens pillar. That's a friendly way of saying, please keep my secret. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good adamantoise egg in a nest to the east of here, just ripe for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, Caden. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in this swamp. Nope. It's going to be a no on both accounts. Not going to abandon the quest. Not going to have a rotting corpse in the swamp. Let's see. Those Marlboros. Adamantoise egg. nope. Okay. All done. I could curl up into the shell of that egg. Here, let me just innocently put it in my pocket like it's nothing. Alrighty, up a this way, up a that way. A little over here, a little over there. And we'll give him his egg. Okay, can you imagine how many omelets you could make out of an egg that big? I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take it you intend to persevere to the bitter end? Ah ha ha ha! Such bravery, such recklessness. That will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Thanlin. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Uad Nun. He will be your next guide. Safe travels, Caden. Let's see, Forgotten Springs. There we go. Off to the next stop. Okay. If I remember right, we do meet all the company of heroes again much later. He looks a little up there in years. State your business, adventurer. So this is the one who Whiskey sends me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. Let's see, critical hit, direct hit rate, determination. I'm going to go direct hit rate. Then the Velveteen Ballade. Actually, no, not an improvement at all. A downgrade. So, I will go for the money on this one. Persistent bugger. Very well, let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battle, there's no mistaking that. And you did manage to obtain that adamantoise egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The Nun I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am Nun. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills, instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. That is why I claimed my position, and is why I still hold it, and it is why I will not help an unproven whelp. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies an Amalja encampment. There dwell a warrior renowned for both his strength and his guile. To even face this Amalja in battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat this veteran. For this, I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? You will have to solve that riddle yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior and bring to me his necklace. Alrighty. We don't really know if those were supposed to be rolled R's or just extended R's. So I went with the extended. Just running out across this sandy desert makes me thirsty. Just some sandworms out here, some fire bombs. Waiting to go big bada boom. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. See, even that worm there has the groove on for this music. Shaking that big old worm booty. Tworm King, that's what he does. Twerking worm, Tworm King. So we'll put the spear. Oh, now we got to lie in wait. Hope we don't aggro that sandworm over there. Alrighty. Got him. Got his necklace. Okay, yeah. Yep, I did attune to that 8th rank because that's how I was able to teleport here, so. Alrighty. I wonder how many of these company heroes folks I'm gonna have to go through. I've done 1 false and 3 true so far. Well, this will be the 3rd true one. But even though he was a bit of a yutz and a liar, he's a good initial filter for the company of heroes. That's not the right building I wanted to go into. This is the building I wanted to go into.
Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? 'Tis a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar, he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek.
Let's see, I said on this one I'd go money. Let's see, Disciple of Magic. Vitality stays the same. Intelligence and Mind stay the same. I get critical hit +5, but I lose a little bit of defense and magic defense. I'm going to go ahead and keep what I've got. No, I lose the critical hit. I don't gain it. I lose the critical hit. Lose that. So yeah. Money once again.
A shame we didn't meet when I was still in the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. No point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a Welwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but Welwick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creatures of the Sagali. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There's an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with the location where Welwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well.
I'll be fine, I'm sure. Alrighty. So come back out here. We'll ride out on the Airman. So when the worm turns, That was the wrong kind of angler back there because that was actually a hunt target. But these two will work. Alright, Titan, or Efreet does his slash. Okay. So now we've got the fish carcass. We will head off to the worm's territory and put it down. And see what this Welwick worm looks like. Oh, come on. Seriously? There we go. Okay. Oh, then, yep. Then, like all the others, we place the bait down, then we gotta go hide. As well as you can hide in a big, wide open sand dune. Fights are getting a little bit closer. Only 8 levels above that one. Instead of the 10 or 15 I have been on most of the other fights so far. Not necessarily in this episode, but recently. Last couple of episodes. I need to get some barding for my bird. Alrighty. Let's come riding back here. We're getting closer and closer to that fight with Titan. I'm getting there.
You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Caden. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Westgate. Worry not. You have my word he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and seek Westgate's counsel. But hold a moment. Since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I would like you to deliver to him for me.
That's it. I said the money on this one as well. Let's see here. 26 to 31. Vitality up. Yeah, I'm going to want these pants. The Altered Velveteen Hose.
The captain was always fond of his brand wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have, I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Westgate was a firm yet fair teacher, and an expert molder of men, and I suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards, Caden.
Alrighty, back to Costa del Sol. And we'll deliver the Brandywine. Low on Aetheryte tickets. Running real low on Aetheryte tickets. Okay.
Well met, Caden. Londonell and Wadnoon both speak highly of you. What brings you here today? My favorite. I shall have to thank the nun personally. Now you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenard this time to obtain it.
Let's see, I did say I wanted these pants. Right? Yep. Yep. So I put them on. They match with the outfit fine enough for right now. And I'm going to go ahead and upgrade with these boots. That's, again, better defense, better magic defense, better vitality, better intelligence. So...
Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there's been some trouble at the Long Stop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls docks and speak with Ozen Nazun. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home.
Ah, Brayflox Long Stop. Say dud, that's right. It is a dungeon we will have to run tonight. But we are edging closer and closer to taking down Titan. So, and if you don't get ahead of levels like I did, then you'd be closer to the MSQ to getting to Titan when you get ready for it with Summoner. I just got ahead of things. Ozen Nuzen. Where's the hurry, adventurer? Something's happened over at the Gobby settlement. I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. This skipper right here. Going to Raincatcher Gully. Are you coming along? 40 gil's not much. We'll just catch the little ferry over there. I do believe... Yeah, Wineport, I have not attuned to that 8th rite yet. It's right up there, so I'll go attune to that, so I can teleport back to here at any point if I need to. Okay. Tuning. Oh, actually, while I'm here, okay. Register with that Chocobo Keep 2. I swear, I do mount roulette, so it's supposed to do a random mount each time. It's really favoring this mount today. As many times as I've gone into the pink rhino mode. Nope, you plow right through the fate. Not worried about doing it. Happy musics otherwise. Aha, Brayflox all talks. Tongue flaps of whiskey to be reaching ears of Brayflox. Uplanders come for tasty fresh gobby treats, yes? Quest prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Fighty beast chased Gobbleflock from homes. Gobbyflock needs goodly uplander give safety to Longstop with much hand landing. Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and do this with we'll just go ahead and do it with a party of NPCs. Register for the duty, and here we go. When I get to Titan, I will do Titan with other players. But again, there's cutscenes I don't want to have to skip. This is a very, very lively, very green, very pretty dungeon to be running through. So, some very, very green, not so pretty monsters that you face along the way. Cute hat. That's on our thaumaturge. Now, we aren't going to pace this quest like I normally would with other players. I'm soloing the monkey. They're taking out the bird. Okay. So we got another little set of birds and monkey. So just tossing, slinging etheric energies at them. Now there's some over there we need to go fight. There's a key we gotta grab first. Well, we could fight them first, but then we still have to double back over to here to get the key from this guy. Gobbyflock in danger. Uplanders take gate key. Open head gate. Okay. There we go. Now the Marauders got them all. I'll just sit back here and sling my spells. If it stood back just a little bit, Conjurer and Thaumaturge, you wouldn't have been poisoned. Just, you know, just a hint for future reference. Alrighty, just about to cut this Calibri down. Now we unlock this with that key we just got. And now we got more birdie friends to take out. Okay. He's got all the hate. Take out the little guys. Now we start slinging at the big guy. More little guys maybe summon. We'll take them out when they do. Show up. Alrighty, yep, there, like I said. More will show up. We'll just take them out when they get here. Now, a well-paced human party can actually take this thing down before those appear. But I'm the only well-paced human in here, so... a little bit harder for me to do it. Alrighty. Okay. Big guy's the only one left. It's been a while since I've seen 3 of the ads set spawn. It's been a while since I've run this dungeon, period. So... okay. Done. Got a level out of it. I cannot accept the next quest. Because I haven't finished the last quest yet. Can't accept this next job quest until you finish the last one. This lizard was a special lizard. It had a chest with a ring in it. Now, I don't do a whole lot of dungeon runs with NPCs. Matter of fact, recording this series is the first time I've really done more than one. So there might be a way to essentially manipulate them to do bigger chunks of enemies, do bigger pulls. But I'm not going to worry about it right now. We'll just take them as they come. Alrighty. We're getting more and more knocked out, more and more accomplished here. We're going to go ahead and target the Drake specifically. He's got a bigger, more powerful AoE than those Comet Chasers. And don't get me wrong, those Comet Chasers have an attack that hurts like hell. But it's just a single target, so... there's a little extra something at the top of that hill there, but I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to come over here and take out the Inferno Drake. Trigger my Aether Charge. Sling some charged Aether at the Drake. When he gets worn down enough, there's going to be another Gobby and Drake combo come running through. Yep, there they are. Drake's about done. The other little lizard, the biased, is on my tank, so that's fine. That's where I want him to be. Alrighty. Slinging some earth energy here at him. Now we'll have some wind energy. I know it's not wind energy yet, but, you know, might as well be. I just realized I don't have my raise. Somebody the healer dies, I can't bring them back. Finally. Got him. I mean, it's completely... I know I've got 3 NPCs with me, but I'm still thinking of this as running this solo. And that's a lot of effort. But we're getting closer to the end. Alrighty. Take out the F first, then we'll take out the fish. I'll save my summons themselves for the next batch. Alright, more birdies gotta go down. You know what? Focus the fish though. Fish seems like a bigger threat than the birdies right now. So we'll take out the fish, then we'll flip the birds. Wormhound. And everybody comes and joins the party. Already just about done here. Got a big old salamander and a fish left. Then we got the mini-boss, another little stretch. And then we will be done with the dungeon. And actually the final boss of this dungeon is not how I'm used to him being. There's a mechanic in there they took away when they set up the NPCs to be able to run that dungeon. I think it would have been too hard for them to code running that mechanic properly. So they just took it out entirely. I gotta watch out for weird bubbles. People can get trapped in them. And Marauder's being a pretty decent tank. The Conjurers kept us all alive so far. Not, you know, we haven't done anything majorly stupid to get killed, but... Somebody got trapped in a bubble, so we had to break him out. As one does, you know. Oh, no, I've been trapped in a bubble. Now, I've been let out. So when you're in the bubble, you can't harm the salamander. And some of the attacks he does are directional enough that if you're in the wrong spot when you get trapped in that bubble, he can seriously hurt you. Well, the dragon's back. I'm not used to actually having to fight him for a minute here. Used to him coming in long enough to stomp down, say hi, and then he leaves. Long stop head gate. Okay, there we go. So we've got the head gate, the back gate, the front gate, now the gut gate. There is an ability that monks had in Final Fantasy XI. I kind of wish I had in here as a monk. I can't remember the actual name of it, but basically you launch this green ball at targets. It's like a chi ball. But I used to use it for when I'd be farming XP with the group. That's what I used to pull. So I'd fight an enemy and just hit it with that ball of energy and take it out. Well, I wouldn't take it out, but I would hit it with the ball of energy. It would come chasing after me. And then I'd take it to where the party is and fight it. Okay. They're all done. There is a little something extra up over that way, but I'm not going to worry about it. There we go. See, he just has to throw a couple of metal axes at their heads and they chill out and leave me alone. I mean, they go after him, but they chill out and leave me alone. That's the important part. This Comet Chaser's about dead, so let's take it out. Now we're about to get the mud ass down. Alright, there's something a little extra down that way too, but again, I'm not going to worry about it. We are just about done here. Now, in the original version of this fight, he would drop acid pools down to various spots on the floor. If you allowed him to stand in an acid pool, he would actually regenerate. So you'd have to pull him out of the acid pools. But I guess they couldn't figure out how to program NPCs to do that without rewriting the entire NPC code. So they weren't about to do that. They had too many other dungeons running with NPCs. So they just altered the fight itself to make it a little bit... It makes it easier, but it also makes it easier to code for the NPCs. Alrighty, we're getting them damaged. We're getting them hurting. I don't want to be there. Go get him, Topaz. Emerald, you're up. You're on in 2. Go, Emerald. But yeah, I said, I want to be there. Now I need to be over here. Look at that. Even the NPC knows how to use the dot removal. Asuna. So many healers don't bother to Asuna. Imagine if the tank's really hurt and gets poisoned or something. Otherwise, most of the time they don't bother. Wait for those to explode, and I'll move back over that way. All these popping pustules of stuff. Maybe get Dr. Pimple Popper in here to pop some of these. I mean, they rather effectively pop on their own. Showing if you don't want that whole explosive effect all over the ground and floor, then you have her come in and pop them. Right? It's just that easy. Okay. As soon as I can move over there. Now, hold him there for just a minute. Oh, it wasn't enough to kill him, but it did a serious amount of damage. That was enough to kill him. Okay. And he's down for good. All that for some cheese. Remember that. Everything we just did was for cheese. So that was the last ingredient that Brayflox needed. that Whiskey needed was from Brayflock's All Talks. Give Goodly Uplander Gobby hand lending. We don't need it anymore. We got it taken care of. Gobby Boom. There, Thunderclaw's Blood and Bile. You no need go Gobby Boom. We make him go Gobby Squish. All that for cheese. Goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobby Flock. Flighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for fighty think. Brayflock's happy gives tasty fresh Gobby treats to clever Uplander. Cheese is stinky sweet Gobby treat. Special make with secret Gobby arts. No party complete without Gobby Gouda, Brayflock's every say. Gobby Gouda. Okay. The stinky sweet Gobby Gouda. I'm going to go ahead and... No, we'll run it. But we did hit level 40. So once I can fight Titan and get him moved on, I think that puts me just about at the edge of ready to go get Garuda. So, but we just need to again move the MSQ along so we can get caught up with the levels. So we will ferry skipper back over to the other docks. Yep, 40 gil for Hidden Falls. Actually, I think that 40 gil is a lot less than what I would have spent to teleport. Come on, lock on. Yeah, even from here, 100 gil to teleport to there. So that 40 gil saved me a little pocket change. I mean, we picked up, let's see, that's experience. I thought there was a gil reward in there somewhere too for that. But we did get some huge chunks of experience for completing it. Especially since it was Caden's first time completing it. A couple of even huger chunks of experience for that.
I gather you solved Brayflock's little problem. By the gods, that unholy stench. This is definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How's it made? Best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Yeah, because I didn't see a whole lot of cows in there. Mainly lizards, and I don't know that lizards give milk, so I'm going to go ahead and just leave it right there. And we decided that the boots would be an improvement. Yeah, 26 to level 31, vitality, all that stuff up. So the toadskin boots. And actually, we're going to go ahead and hold it right there. Ooh, actually, let me equip the boots. 30 to 34, vitality up. Yeah. Let's go ahead and equip the new book. Anything else?
An improvement on Battle Mage's Crown. Okay, these are even better than the boots that I just got. So let's go ahead and equip those. Can't equip that. 25. Big boost. Level 25 to level 34 for the item level. Even just 25 to 32 on the level you need to use them. Big boost there. So okay, so yep, let's go ahead and glamour plate this as how we were just looking. Save it as it is. And then we're going to go ahead and call it right there. I do want to thank you for watching. Be sure and give the video a like, give the channel a subscribe, and ring ding rang clang that bell so you get notifications when these videos and others go up. And the next ones we will see what Whiskeet has in store for us. See, I mean, we're getting closer and closer to actually fighting Titan. We will get there eventually. So yeah, if you liked the video, share it with your friends. If you didn't like the video, share it with your enemies. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.